Well, I just finished watching 2009's Apocalypse of the Dead, also known as Zone of the Dead. This 2009 movie basically tells us that back in 1986, in Chernobyl, before the Chernobyl disaster, if by some chance you do not know what it is, Google Chernobyl. Anyways, apparently they found some human remains. There was some kind of zombie outbreak that no one knew about. And 20 years later, I guess some of the chemicals and stuff that was associated with that outbreak is being transported via train. Some soldiers show up, they get into an argument with a police officer and end up shooting this fuel thing on the train that causes the chemicals to basically start making a new zombie outbreak. At the same time, some government, like international agents or whatever, one of them played by Ken Foree, probably says his last name wrong, he's in Dawn of the Dead, that are transporting this criminal. They find themselves caught in the midst of this zombie breakout. At the same time, there's some religious guy who thinks this is Armageddon, it's the end of times. Yeah, it's just your run-of-the-mill zombie movie. You don't get no helicopter, you don't get any of this. That's almost like the religious guy. They do try to do a scene where they do the whole, their own version of the when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. These are a bit like the Romero ones too, and they'll shoot him in the head. This is another one, much like, cause on my main channel, I had reviewed one called Shredder, where I talked about how it kept popping on my radar. So did this under the name of Zone of the Dead, only when I rented this, I had no idea that it was, Apocalypse of the Dead and Zone of the Dead were the same movie. At times, it looks like there's dubbing, whatever language they were speaking, into English, except for Ken Foree. Some of the camera work, the camera bounces at times all over the place. So if you have an issue with motion sickness, yeah, be careful. This movie, under the name of Zone of the Dead, is on Tubi. I myself had thought about buying Zone of the Dead. Now, after watching this, I'm not, because this movie really was just plain nothing special other than it has a cast member of Dawn of the Dead. I didn't really care for it. If you've seen this movie, tell me what you think. Anyways, I have got to go. I am very thirsty. I need some. Oh well. Toodaloo.